आज 24वें दापोरिजो विधानसभा क्षेत्र की लीगल एडवाइजर टीम तानिया सोकी ने एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की और अरुणाचल प्रदेश के मागरिया कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी और आरती एसोसिएशन द्वारा विधायक तानिया सोकी के खिलाफ लगाए गए आरोपों का जवाब दिया, जिसमें उन्होंने 24वें दापोरिजो विधानसभा क्षेत्र के विधायक पर आरोप लगाया था। तानिया सोकी पर अपने निर्वाचन क्षेत्र में केंद्र प्रायोजित 25 करोड़ रुपए की RGGVY स्कीम यानी राजीव गांधी ग्रामीण विद्युतीकरण योजना और MLA डेवलपमेंट फंड का मिसअप्रोप्रिएटिंग और मिसयूजिंग करने का आरोप है। विधायक की लीगल एडवाइजर टीम ने दावा किया कि उक्त आरोप बेसलेस और बिना किसी सच्चाई के है और इसका एकमात्र उद्देश्य विधायक की छवि को धूमिल करना है। टीम ने यह भी दावा किया कि उक्त अवधि के दौरान तानिया सोकी एक सरकारी कर्मचारी थी जो APPWD के तहत काम कर रही थी और उक्त कार्य से कोई संबंध नहीं है। आगे लीगल एडवाइजर टीम ने यह भी पुष्टि की कि दिशा निर्देशों के अनुसार सभी लाभार्थियों को लाभ प्रदान करके MLA LAD के तहत धन का उचित उपयोग किया गया और विभिन्न कार्य किए गए।
Sri Taniya Soki, Honorable MLA of the 24th Dapourijo Assembly constituency, to give some clarification on some allegations that was leveled on him by one Taniya Magria and one Nikam Dabo on 7th March 2024. So yes, the allegations were made on 7th of March 2024. But of course there has been some delay as we had to collect some data to provide those clarifications. And yesterday as we were moving this application for this press conference, then we got the list of the BJP candidates that were furnished the tickets for the coming election, and we were in a fix whether to go ahead with this or not. But then damage has been done to the reputation of the person, and so we deemed it necessary to come here and clarify on certain points. Firstly, we would like to thank our Honorable CM Pema Khanduji, the party president Biram Wageji, our Union Minister Kiran Rijiju and BJP High Command for reposing their faith on Sri Taniya Soki ji and giving him the BJP ticket for the coming election. So firstly, the allegations that were made on 7/3/2024 by one Taniya Magria, it was regarding the RGGVY project that was executed in Upper Subansiri district in the year 2009-2010. Now his allegations were that one DNG won the bid, but Taniya Soki, who is the present MLA, cancelled the bid and awarded the work to Renya Enterprise. He is the owner of TS Power Corporation, and without executing any work, he has misappropriated the amount of 25 crores. That was the allegation. And in fact, he had gone ahead to say that he had filed a complaint with the commissioner also, but the department has furnished a false report. That were his allegations. So firstly, at that time when that work in question, Taniya Soki ji was a government employee. He was working in PWD, and as such he did not engage in any contractual work, ever. And he is not the owner of TS Power Co. TS Power Co is the proprietorship firm of Srimati Taniya Soki. Srimati Taniya Soki was given a power of attorney by Renya Enterprise on 19/2/2010, and on the basis of that, she represented the firm Renya Enterprise, and after taking part in the bid on 29/12/2010, that work was awarded to Renya Enterprise, and subsequently it was sublet to MS Power Co. That work has been successfully executed, and it was completed on 31st of March 2014, and to that effect the department has provided the completion certificate also. And in response to the complaints that was filed by this person, Taniya Magria, the department has also provided justification also. It was provided on 11th December 2023. He had made a complaint on 26/9/2023, and subsequently on queries, the Executive Engineer, the ApppWD Electrical Division, furnished a reply on 11/12/2023, where it has been clearly mentioned that this work has got nothing to do with Taniya Soki. And that work was monitored by 3-tier monitoring system. It was mandatory. It was firstly monitored by the Department of Power, Superintending Engineer 0. That third-party monitoring was there, Telecommunication India Limited, Government of India. And thirdly, it was National Quality Monitoring, representative from the Ministry of Power, Government of India. So the entire work was executed successfully, and and these works were properly monitored by these parties. 3-tier monitoring system was there. So there's no question of any misappropriation, and not especially by Sri Taniya Soki. And even though he has received those replies, he came forward and made those allegations totally politically motivated. There's no iota of truth on those. And in fact, the reply, even though he has replied, he is coming again and making those. Now he has said that there is no light, nothing like that. But the work was completed in 2014. The work was executed as on being sublet by TS Power Co. The work was completed way back in 2014, and at that time, in the Giba circle, there was no road connectivity, and especially the person he claimed that in Magria village also, presently there is no light, electricity. That was his allegation. Now all those areas were electrified at that point of time. But unfortunately, subsequently it is upon the department that they could not maintain it, and presently we have taken stock of the situation also. We admit there is no light in that particular village, but the difficulty that is we face is also is that all the electrical wires have also been taken away by the villagers. They are using it for fencing. That is what we have come to know. But now as an MLA of the area, Taniya Soki is trying his best to further electrify those villages. Secondly, there was one more person by the name of Nikam Dabu. He had made an allegation that MLA LAD fund to the tune of rupees 3,08,75,000 was misappropriated by the MLA. Works were awarded to kids and kings, particularly to NS Enterprise. The proprietor is Taniya Soki. No benefit has been given to the public, and he had awarded his works to his wife also. These allegations we totally deny. Works as per the guidelines of the MLA LAD, it was taken up and properly executed. And the scope of the guidelines, it provides what kinds of works can be taken up. Now under that, public toilet, bus stand, desks and table for the schools, micro irrigation channel, land development, procurement of CGI seeds, cement, roads, etc. These were done. There are thousands of beneficiaries of that under the MLA LAD. But what happens is that in works where construction works are there, more particularly where you have to procure the CGI seeds, cements, roads, you have to pay GST and other applicable taxes. So these beneficiaries who are recipient of these benefits, they do not have the means to provide for the GST. So in fact, on the request of those beneficiaries, the firm of NS Enterprise was used just for facilitating the delivery of the benefits to this public. Otherwise, there has been no misappropriation. Every beneficiary has been given those benefits. And there are works like development works like land development, etc., where no GST is required. Those persons were paid by the department directly, where GST and other taxes, those are not applicable. And GST and taxes where it is applicable concerning the construction materials, like cement road, for that a firm was necessary and the GST had to be paid. So on the approach of the beneficiaries, those firms were used. And no misappropriation has been done. Now, coming to the demand of these persons, their basic demand was to cancel the primary membership of Taniya Soki from BJP and expel from the party. So from the demand itself, we can see that how politically motivated it is. It's totally concocted, nothing. But of course, the government has reposed their faith again on Taniya Soki ji. Now, every time Taniya Soki, he was earlier an officer, executive engineer in the APPWD. He resigned in 2018 and he contested the election for the first time in 2019. At that time also similar allegation was made, just to prevent him from entering in the election. And this time also the opponent, who has recently joined BJP in the month of January, they wanted that BJP tickets should be given to them, and so these were just the puppets of the candidate who were here to make allegations. And from demand itself, you can see that what is the motive behind such allegations. And in fact, these sort of allegations, this has been going on by the opposite party for the last 5 years. Since 2019, since Taniya Soki jumped into the fray for the election, since then they have been making these allegations. And in fact, there is a Facebook forum of Voice of Daprojo is there. If any of you happen to be member there, you will see how much of defamatory statements are made there against the MLA. But as a supporter of Taniya Soki, and he being an intellectual, and upon his guidance and instructions, we have maintained a dignified stance on things. We can say lots of things, but we have maintained it. We are not going to enter into this mudslinging. So we have always maintained this dignified stance that we should not defame others. And on the other hand, this camp, the other camp, they are trying everything, not just on the MLA, his family members, everything, the way he breathes, the way he walks, they comment on everything, and defamatory statements are made every day. And this person, one Tanya Magra, he claimed to be an advocate. But we have also learned that he is an employee of the land department also. If that is a true case, and if that's the fact, that is a misconduct under the Advocates Act, and we are looking into it, and if it is a fact, then we will be taking further course of action. And if he claims to be an advocate, he should know that the rights guaranteed to us, say Article 19(1)(a) provides us the right to freedom of speech, but that cannot be to the extent that it infringes upon the rights of others. It cannot be to the extent that it defames others. So we are looking into it, and we, more particularly into the aspect whether he is employed gainfully employed in the land department or not, and further that we will very soon initiate legal proceedings against these two persons for making those defamatory statements, knowing fully well that even after receiving the clarification from the departments that Taniya Soki was not involved, he was not there in the work in question. They came here just for their political mileage, for political gain. They did that. So we after further examination, we will be meeting them in the court of law very soon. Now this is with regards to the allegations. Now my brother here, Mr. Pojam Tamin, he will be briefing on, since there was allegations that no public work has been done by the present MLA Taniya Soki ji. My brother here, Mr. Advocate Pojam Tamin, he will clarify on certain aspects. And after that, if you have any questions, we will take those queries.
Good afternoon. ये सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू या कई हमारा जो प्रेजेंट MLA 24 कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी दापोरिजो का या तनिया सोकी को एलिगेशन डिफेम जो पब्लिक लोग जो सोशल मीडिया में कर रहे हैं, मैं इसके बारे में थोड़ा बताना चाहूँगा। तो सबसे पहले मैं इसका बैकग्राउंड थोड़ा बताना चाहूँगा। जो सोशल मीडिया में वो लोग ये कर रहे हैं कि इंजीनियर को क्यों MLA बनाता है, तो उसके ऊपर में मैं थोड़ा पब्लिक को, स्पेशली दापोरिजो जो 24 दापोरिजो कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी का मैं पब्लिक को थोड़ा बताना चाहूँगा। तो उन्होंने स्टडी किया, विलेज लेवल से किया, उसके बाद अपना जो इंजीनियर का डिग्री जो दिल्ली में किया। तो उसी में भी रहते समय में उन्होंने तनिया सोकी ने अरुणाचल दिल्ली स्टूडेंट यूनियन का उन्होंने सेक्रेटरी भी रहा। उसके बाद में उन्होंने इंजीनियर में गवर्नमेंट ऐसे इंजीनियर में आके उनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहा। जैसे कि यहाँ मैं कैपिटल में जब एग्जीक्यूटिव इंजीनियर में था, उनका थ्रू से योगदान में यहाँ जैसे लाइक सिविल सेक्रेटरी जैसे कि असेंबली, उनका कंस्ट्रक्शन में भी उनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहा। उसके बाद में जो 2019 में उन्होंने वॉलंटियर रिटायरमेंट लेके MLA कॉन्टेस्ट किया, उससे पहले भी जब वो जब ऑफिसर में था उसी में भी पब्लिक में भी इसका काफी योगदान रहा। जैसे कि उन्होंने अभी तागिन कल्चरल सोसाइटी, तो तागिन कल्चरल सोसाइटी को उन्होंने फाउंडर सेक्रेटरी रहा। उसके साथ में जैसे हमारा जो तागिन कम्युनिटी का जो फेस्टिवल सीदोनी में भी इसका बहुत बड़ा मतलब योगदान रहा, कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा। जैसे कि ग्राउंड ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में भी उनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहा। तो ऐसा ऐसा काम उनका बहुत, ऐसा नहीं कि वो जो ऑफिसर रहे जो पब्लिक पे टच में नहीं रहा, उनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान देते गया। जैसे स्टूडेंट जो प्लेटफॉर्म में भी बोलो, कहीं भी वो जो कुछ भी NGO बोलो, उन पर जिस तरह से वो जो अपना कैपेसिटी में योगदान देते आए। तो उसके बाद में MLA बनने का बाद में भी अभी इतना पब्लिक में ये हो रहा है कि इसका कुछ नहीं हुआ, कुछ काम नहीं किया। लेकिन उनका समय में ये 5 इयर्स के टेन्योर में 2 साल कोरोना काल घटने का बाद में भी उनका कंट्रीब्यूशन टाउनशिप का अंडर में काफी रहा। जैसे कि सिगिन ब्रिज बनाया जो लॉन्ग पेंडिंग डिमांड था। उसके बाद में एक बड़ा एक कन्वेंशन अभी जो ऑन प्रोसेस में चल रहा है। और जो हमारा जो रिमोट जो सर्कल या 24 कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी 4 सर्कल है, तो उन 4 सर्कल में भी उनका बहुत बड़ा जो 42 इयर्स हो गया कोई जो सर्कल जो इस्टेब्लिश किया था, लेकिन उसमें कुछ भी स्ट्रक्चर नहीं था। तो इनके नेतृत्व में ये 5 साल का अंडर में जो सर्कल हेडक्वार्टर में भी जो CO का क्वार्टर बनाया, CO का ऑफिस बनाया, और जैसे यलिंग सर्कल में हेलीपैड लैंडिंग ग्राउंड बनाया, घिबा सर्कल में बनाया। तो ऐसे करके काफी इतना योगदान देने के बाद भी पब्लिक का यही एलिगेशन दे रहा है कि कुछ नहीं किया। तो इसलिए मैं दापुर जो पब्लिक को मैं ये बताना चाहूंगा, उन लोग का हाल ये होता है कि अभी जो चल रहा है कि हम लोग को BPL लीडर चाहिए। तो मेरा कहना हुई है कि BPL लीडर अगर बनाएगा तो खुद को संभालेगा ना पब्लिक को संभालेगा। हमको तो ये मानता है कि अगर लीडर बनाना है तो वो लीडर चाहिए कि हमको वो लीडर जो डिसिसिव होना है, स्टेबल होना है, और इसके बाद में जो थोड़ा हाई लेवल का भी होना चाहिए। अगर खुद के पास कुछ नहीं होगा तो पब्लिक को भी कैसा डिमांड करे, पब्लिक का डिमांड को फुलफिल कर सकेगा। तो मेरा यही कहना है। इसलिए मैं स्पेशली 24 दापुर जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी का पब्लिक को मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि यहाँ पे जो सोशल मीडिया का पॉलिटिक्स करना छोड़ दीजिए। उसके बाद में जो क्लान बेस्ड पॉलिटिक्स यही चल रहा है। तो इसलिए दापुर जो को अगर डेवलप करना है तो ये क्लान बेस्ड पॉलिटिक्स जो सोशल मीडिया में जो पॉलिटिक्स चलता है इसको थोड़ा छोड़ने से ठीक है। मैं यही अपील करता हूँ दापुर जो पब्लिक को। और उसके बाद अभी जितने भी जो इलिगेशन डाल के जो यहाँ बड़ा बड़ा इलिगेशन दे रहा है, उन लोगों को तो मैं ये कहता हूँ कि उन लोग के ही जो ताकि बेनिफिशियरी लोग जो आज के डेट में बेनिफिशियरी लोग के ही उनका कंप्लेन एलिगेशन दे रहा है। और कुछ लोग ऐसा है कि जो बेनिफिशियरी मांगा अपना सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट, अपना सेल्फ फंड मांगा, उनको फुलफिल नहीं कर रहा है वो लोग अभी जो एलिगेशन पे एलिगेशन डाल रहा है। तो इसलिए मैं स्पेशली दापुर जो पब्लिक को मैं ये कहता हूँ कि अगर दापुर जो को अगर सुधार में लाना है तो हमको एक डिसिसिव लीडर, एक विजनरी लीडर, साथ ही साथ एक स्टेबल लीडर चाहिए। क्योंकि अब तक तदक दुलम का बाद में हमारा 24 दापुर जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में तब भी स्टेबल जो लीडर नहीं हुआ। एक बार बनेगा, दूसरा एक बार बनेगा, तो वो जो पब्लिक का खुद का लॉस है। तो हम तो ये सोचता है कि जिस लीडर को बनना इसको कम से कम 10 इयर्स अगर अच्छा काम करेगा तो उसको 15 इयर्स तक भी ले जाना चाहिए। तो मैं ये मानता हूँ। तो मैं यही उम्मीद करता हूँ कि जो दापुरजो को पब्लिक इस तरह का पॉलिटिक्स ना खेले।
कनेक्शन नहीं होके बेहतर है तो उसका ऊपर क्या
81 villages, it was in upper Subansiri, the entire upper Subansiri. But this package was only for Giba. Package, if you will go through the agreement, there is a yes under Giba. And at that point of time, every villages were each of the villages that was under that package, particular package, that was electrified. But that was in 2014. And now after completion was done in 2014. After 10 years, that person has come forward. As per his statement also, he made his complaint on September 2023 only. So by now, after the work has been executed, completed, it is not the responsibility of the contractor. Yes, the contractor has done his work, and it is the upkeep and the maintenance is with the department. And as I've said, at that time there was no road connectivity in many of the villages where poles had to be manually carried through the jungle. And some, of course, we have said we have taken stock. Some of the poles have been damaged, and there are certain villages where there is still not light is there. At that point of time it was there. And the villagers themselves, they have taken away the bar of wires, electric wires, and they are using it for fencing, etc.
आप ये कह रहे हैं कि जितना एमएलए जी का काम था उन्होंने किया तो विलेजर्स के थोड़े बेवकूफियों की वजह से ही ये सब हुआ.
No, but at that point of time he was not the MLA. At that point of time he was a government employee. He was working in the APPWD, and he left his job. He took the voluntary retirement only in the year 2018, last part of August 2018, and he contested the election. Then at the point of time when the work was executed, he was not the MLA.
जैसे कि आपने आखिरी में कहा था कि आप लोग अभी लीगल वे में उसको डील करेंगे, जैसे कि आपने कहा कि एमएलए का नाम भी बदनाम हो चुका है इस प्रेस ब्रीफिंग की वजह से, तो आप लोग का फर्दर स्टेप क्या रहेगा?
Further, first of all, we are going to look into this person, Taniya. As I've said, it is reported that he is working in the land department. If that be so, and he is gainfully employed in some department, he cannot be an advocate. He cannot practice as an advocate if he is having a regular job. That is one aspect we are looking at. If it is a fact, we'll of course intimate the bar council so that if he has a license, that has to be cancelled. And thereafter, there is a criminal defamation is there, and civil defamation is also there. We are looking into it because damage has been caused to the person, reputation of the person, and they did this with the political intent. So, because their demand was only to expel him from the party and not to give him the ticket. That was the demand that was made.